My name is Stefano Sbarbati, and I'm a project manager for Steinbeis Europa Zentrum, one of the partners of the INNOWWIDE project, which is hosting this webinar today. Before we start, just a quick disclaimer to let you know that this webinar will be recorded and published on YouTube later on, so all the presentation will be available and you can refer to them if needed. As the title of the webinar pretty much explains, the goal of today's session is to discuss and promote a range of opportunities, not only financial, that are at this moment available for European startups and SMEs to support their innovation cycle. This webinar is organized as part of the activities of the INNOWWIDE project, one of the 5 EU projects which are presenting today, and we will see more details about this and the other project in a while, but let me first thank all the presenters today for their availability and for making this webinar possible. With this said, since we are in a quite tight schedule today, I will start by introducing you the agenda and then what to expect from this webinar. As you see from this slide, we will first introduce you the INNOWWIDE project and its Open Innovation Platform, the OI2Lab, and then leave the floor to Judith Bosch that will present SmartX, the European Textile Accelerator. Then will be the turn of Marisol Castro, who will present the opportunities for internationalization processes offered by the INNOWWIDE project. Then my colleague Alejandra Campos with CAT for clean production, which is providing support to SMEs willing to solve their clean production challenges. And finally, Carla Marquez will present PARSEC, business accelerator supporting the creation of new Earth observation-based products and services. So as you see, the agenda is quite packed for today, but this also means that we will have quite much opportunities to present you. Presenting you with these opportunities is actually one of the goals of today's webinar. As I mentioned, all the 5 projects that we present today were selected and funded by the European Commission with the specific objective of providing support to European companies and entrepreneurs and to support different verticals or business area which are instrumental to the growth and transformation of European economy. For what regards INNOWWIDE project, the goal is to promote open innovation and collaboration between European companies and, of course, to try to support the processes and the growth of European SMEs thanks to a range of services and incentives that we have been developing during the past month. With this webinar, we would like to introduce you some of these instruments and also the partnerships that are already available, but also to open up our platform to other projects and initiatives that are at the moment available for SMEs and startups. In fact, one of the key aspects of open innovation is the engagement and possibly the collaboration, not only between companies and innovators, but also between and within different networks of innovators and communities, such as the one that, for example, are represented here today, such as this project presenting today. And speaking about project, let's get started and go introducing you the first one. So INNOWWIDE. INNOWWIDE project is a 36-month project funded by the European Commission under the Horizon 2020 framework program. And as you can see from the slide here, the overarching goal of this project points in one direction, which is in a nutshell to empower European SMEs and startups with all the necessary information and tools to understand and set up open innovation approaches, and also to provide other actors, being them public or private, with cost-effective measures and processes to foster the adoption of open innovation at different levels. One of the core of these activities, or better, the actionable tool that we have been developing to let everyone benefit from our activities is the OI2Lab. The OI2Lab is a free platform designed to connect innovators and SMEs across Europe and to offer them a safe digital collaboration environment to allow to get in touch and collaborate with other companies and to accelerate their innovation cycle. The platform is accessible for free. You can access the platform for free, and by simply registering and create your account at the address oi2lab.com. As you see, the platform, it is organized in different easy to access and use section. There is the opportunity section, which offers you a range of call for proposal, open calls, and funding opportunities, which are currently available for SMEs, including the ones that you will see in a while presented by my colleagues. As project, as Invite project, we have already launched and conducted 2 calls in which we have selected 40 open innovation projects that has been or currently are supported with an innovation voucher of €5,000 and dedicated support from selected account managers. And this opportunity section is intended as a one-stop shop for innovative European enterprises looking to boost their business and their growth. It's important to note that even if you have missed one of the calls that have been previously published, there are still plenty of opportunities and calls coming from different providers. So please make sure to register to the platform and check them out, because there is really a wealth of opportunities waiting for you on our platform. OI2Lab also provides you with a collaboration space, as you see, that gives you the possibility to directly liaise and interact with potential partners or investors using our platform. It also offers smart matchmaking tools for registered users, which automatically suggest you possible partnership and collaboration based on the characteristics and information about you that you are entering as your profile information while registering to the platform. Another very interesting functionality that we offer is the e-learning platform that gives you access to wealth of modules and lessons on open innovation and collaboration, also, of course, free of charge. Regardless in which phase of the innovation cycle you are, our e-learning content covers the most important aspects that you need to know when considering or starting an open innovation process. This includes, of course, a primer on open innovation in case you are completely new to the concept and you will need to start from scratch. And it also goes up to very specific yet fundamental concepts such as intellectual property rights management, international collaboration, and so on and so forth. We strongly advise you to take full advantage of this content in general, and of course of the opportunities that we offer, because it's everything there. It's available for free, and it covers most of the aspect of the open innovation cycle in a very smart and easy to digest way. And with this said, I conclude my quick introduction of the webinar and of the OI2Lab. Make sure to follow us using our channel and get back to us if you have any question. And of course, you can register to the OI2Lab at oi2lab.com to access the services that I've just mentioning before. Thanks for your attention. And now we will move to SmartX, the European SmartX Accelerator, and we give the floor to Judith Bosch, which should be able to
Yes.
start the presentation.
Here, I think, yeah, I can move the screen.
Good.
So thanks for the invitation, Stefano. And well, my name is Judith Bosch. I work as a project manager for the Textile ETP, the biggest networking organization for the future of textiles and clothing that brings together researchers, industry, technology centers, and clusters. So before starting with, wait, I cannot change the slide. Wait.
Okay, just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Try now.
No.
No. Yes.
Yes.
Good.
So before going through the details of the project, I would like to say that the SmartX project is composed by 13 partners from 7 different EU countries, and that the project is a 3 years collaborative project that has received funding from the Horizon 2020 to support the smart textiles manufacturing value chain through an acceleration, funding, and coaching. So, well, here in this slide is the presentation a bit of the project to settle everyone what we are going to talk about. So here we see an exponential graphic that goes from a really low base up to $3 billion in less than, well, in 10 years. So, I mean, with the project, we will aim to scale up SMEs from Europe into that graphic. So as you see, there are like many markets described in that graphic. For the project, we just focus in health and well-being, protection and sports, and industrial. And the description of SmartX in the project, we have described as a textile with an electronic component that has a smart function. And well, going through that, we have 3 objectives in the project. One of them, we will build a community, and the other one, we will, well, we have set around 3 goals. So here we have a graphic and slide that really represents what is happening now in the relation between smart textiles and the electronic part when you try to mix both the fields together. So in the past, we had a technology push. So we have a lot of existing prototypes that the brands in the present are demanding them. But we are missing, the missing link is the manufacturing value chain. So this is where the project is focused. I mean, we aim to fund projects that solve one of the bubbles of the manufacturing value chain. So, I mean, I talk about the communities. So we are building a community to meet members from bigger enterprise, small enterprise. At the moment, we have 360 members. You can explore possibilities of collaboration and find future business partners. And as well, there is a good tool to find partnerships for the coming calls. So as I talked previously, we had described 3 calls during the 3 years project. The first one has just closed, and we are really happy with the results. We got 38 applications, so quite good. And the next one will be open on May 20 and close in August, September 20, that we have to decide. And the third one will be open in November and close in February 21. So we plan that from the closer to the call to the start of the projects, we will have 3 months in the middle, and the selection of the projects that is important. It's not made by the consortium. It's made by the 12 international recognized members that there has been selected, but they are external, and they will meet one day in Brussels and they will do the selection. So going through what we ask, what we give to the SMEs, we have 2.4 million euros, and we have a total budget of 11,000 hours. This is divided that the SMEs that got funded will receive 60,000 euros, divided in 3 paid tranches, 200 coaching hours, and they will have access to all our dissemination activities. And Well, as I told here, the coaching hours are divided between application coaching, process coaching, and exploitation coaching. That means that before applying to SmartX, you have to submit an expression of interest, and a coach will direct you through all the application. And now I cannot change this. Yeah. So, okay, the selection. What is the main points that we focus for these projects? Because we are looking for TRLs higher than 6. So an existing prototype that is aiming to scale to the market. And I'm receiving a question. No, only a textile SMEs. No, it can be electronic SMEs as well. It's like the mix. We are looking like consortiums or projects that mix the textile plus electronic components. So it can be an electronic company that works with a textile or that wants to do something with a textile-based component. We are looking for SMEs that has growth potential, and as well that they have to fill in our target markets. The 3 last points that you are seeing is what the selection committee will evaluate. They will evaluate the innovation, the excellence innovation, the acceleration potential, and the impact in the value in the manufacturing value chain. So here you have a journey. I'm going to summarize a little bit the journey of an applicant. So you have first to register to our community, later fill in the expression of interest that it's compulsory to get into the calls. And this expression of interest, it's normally open 1 month before the start of the call. Then we select those, we just look into briefly into those expression of interest. We assign to a coach, and then the coach will do an eligibility check and will help you to complete all the further steps for the application. Once the application is ready, you submit into our platform, and then the selection committee will evaluate. We will announce the results. We go through contract signature, the start of the project, the development of the project, and the delivery of the project after 1 year. So from the contract signature until the delivery of the project is 10-12 months. And for the application, what we need is, and what we ask is a technical document, just 10 pages. We don't want a massive 30 pages with annexes and all that, just 10 pages that describe the business innovation potential, the operational excellence in 3 pages, and the European dimension. As well, we ask for a 5 slides presentation, a declaration of honor, a conflict of interest with our selection committee members, and as an optional, we give the possibility to submit a 2-video pitch. So, okay, this is a brief description of the project that we are working on. You can follow us in our social media that is here. Visit our website where you will find the guide of applicants, and in these slides you have my contact. So feel free to contact me or to explore a little bit our website, and of course to join us in our community. Thank you for your attention, and I give back the screen.
Yep, thank you, Judith. Thank you very much for your presentation of SmartX project. Then we go to Marisol, which should be able to connect now and to present us INNOWWIDE. We can't hear you, Marisol. Perhaps you are muted. Just give us 1 second. Marisol, we can't hear you. You're controlling my screen, but try now, or if you want, if you have a problem, we can move on with
Hello, Stefano.
Yes, now we can hear you. Very good.
Sorry, I was having
No worry, no worry. So, please, INNOWWIDE.
hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Firstly, I would like to briefly introduce myself. My name is Marisol Castro, and I work in the communication department of CTA. We are an innovation cluster focused on technology transfer. We are based in the south of Spain, in Seville, and we participate in several European projects. Today, I'm going to talk to you about INNOWWIDE. Okay, I'm trying to control the slide. Okay. So let me start by giving you some background information. INNOWWIDE is a H2020 funded project that is coordinated by the CEDETI here in Spain, and CTA participate as a partner. We have an open call right now until the 21st of this month. So today I would like to provide you with the tools to apply for these grants. Okay, so in INNOWWIDE project, we think that international markets offer great opportunities for European SMEs to develop some products and services focused on technology. However, to compete in this market, the European SMEs need to develop alliance with the local stakeholders in order to better understand the market condition and also the needs of the consumer. So with this background, we can say that INNOWWIDE project aims to bring innovative European SMEs to the forefront of international markets by funding viability assessment projects in cooperation with local stakeholders. So as you can see here in this slide, two calls are going to be implemented. The first one closed last year, and now we have our second call for proposal open. The total budget is around 7 million, and in the INNOWWIDE project, we are going to fund at least 120 projects. We have three categories of countries where SMEs can develop their projects. The first one, developing countries. The second one, large emerging economies, such as China or Mexico. And the last one, developed countries. And we have the same allocation for each category. So moving on, as I said before, INNOWWIDE project fund European SMEs to develop viability assessment projects in collaboration with local stakeholders. But what is ABAP? Viability assessment projects are a set of preliminary technical, market, and legal socioeconomic assessment intended to validate the viability of the international solution. So in other words, we can say that the viability assessment projects are the first stage of a potential innovative collaborative project. Let's move on to the eligibility criteria. Here you can see the main points. The first one is that the applicant must be a single European SMEs or SMEs established in one of the H2020 associated countries. So here in INNOWWIDE, the consortiums are not allowed. The applicant must be a single SME. The project have to last no more than 6 months, and the total budget has to be at least 86 million. The project, the proposal have to focus on a single country. So here I would say that it is welcome that the project have a projection of expansion in other regions or areas, but the must be one single focus country, one pilot country. The next point, and this is maybe the most important one, is that the project have to had at least one local stakeholder. So here we can see that the project have to anticipate innovative and collaborative business models and solutions in close cooperation with local stakeholders. That's the main point, I would say, that the INNOWWIDE project, and it's really important. We are going to talk this later. The last one is, this is just for let you know, is that the project, the proposal, have to coverage the minimum number of technical and commercial activities. So here we have a predefined list, and in order to have a balance between technical and commercial activities, you have to coverage a minimum number that we will tell you. All this information is available in the guidelines. Okay, so project subcontracting. Here, I'm not going to spend so much time, because all of this information you are going to find in our guidelines. But we have two differences. Okay, we have two differences between the first, the main subcontractor, the main local technology subcontractor. That the idea is that it's going to be a future technology partner. And of course, you will have other subcontractors if you want. Here you have the specification that you have to accomplish, but we are moving on. Okay, so let's see the funding conditions of INNOWWIDE. In this second call for proposal, we have around 4 million. So we expect that we are going to fund at least 70 projects, 70 SMEs from all around Europe. The INNOWWIDE financial support rate is up to 70% of a minimum eligible cost of 86,000. And each successful project will receive a fixed grant of 60,000. There would be an advance payment of the 50% at the beginning of the BAP implementation, and the remaining 50% will be at the end of the project. Question about focus target, not European country. Okay, I'm trying to see your question. EU country, what is very focused only in one EU country? I don't think I'm understanding your question, but I'm going to finish and let's see the question after. So how to apply it to the project is very simple, I think. You have to go to the INNOWWIDE website. Here you can see the link. And in the home page, you are going to be all the information regarding the second call. For proposal, you just have to go there and register to create an account. So it's necessary that you create an account in order to send your application form. After that, you have to complete all the section of the application form and submit by the 21st of March at 8 p.m. So the results, we think that will be published at the end of June of this year. The calendar of this second call, as you can see, the call is open since January. Deadline is this month, and as I said before, the result would be at the end of the month, the June 1st, sorry. So here to finish my presentation, I wanted to give you some more details. In INNOWWIDE, I can say that in our webpage, we have all information. We have got guidelines for this call. We have news, webinars, and Q&A. This is very complete because we have the most frequent asked questions from the first call, and also the question that we are having right now in the second call. So you can go there, see all your question that you may have. Of course, we have a lot of activity in our social media, especially in Twitter. So I invite you to go to our social media and follow us and see all the information. So this is everything. I would like to give you my contact details here. Of course, feel free to send me questions to my email that you can see here, and I will try to send you all the documents you want. If you have any problem looking for in the website, or you have an additional question, just feel free to send me. And thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Marisol. Thank you for your presentation. Very precise and very much in time. Thank you. Sorry.
I'm not sure if I can answer the question. Maybe I can answer right in the chat.
Yes, exactly. That's something I wanted to say. So since we are presenting quite different projects, that of course not all of them have the same rules and condition, perhaps the best thing is if you have any question, you need more specification on something, you can contact directly the presenter or the project using the contact information that they are providing during their presentation. So just to make sure that we are all on the same page. With this said, thanks once again, Marisol. We will now move ahead with CAT for Clean Production, and the control is to my colleague Alejandra Campos. Alejandra, you should be able to use the presentation, but we cannot hear you, so perhaps you are also muted. Alejandra, I think you are muted. Now, yes.
Now you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Perfect. Thank you. So thank you for the invitation to present our project. My name is Alejandra Campos from Steinbeis, SWAI, and we are the coordinators from the project CAT for Clean Productions. And I wanted to show you first a little overview, what is the project about, and then to go specifically in the funding possibilities that we can offer you. Yes, so in general, this is a Horizon 2020 project. We have a runtime of 40 months, so the project will end in April next year. And we have a total budget for third-party funding for the so-called micro grants of 2 million. Okay.
Yep.
Yes, I wanted just to go to the next one. Okay. It's just general about the project consortium. So we are a group of 2 types of members. One is the Enterprise Euro network partners, that they are in charge of keeping contact with the SMEs and supporting the application to the project, and also 13 key CAT technology centers from 18 different member states. And so far in our platform, so we are expanding our platform from new members. Stefano, I cannot go forward.
Yeah, I can do it for you.
Thank you. And we have also new technology centers that are also offering their services in our platform. About the context of the project in general. So for probably some of you, you don't know what a key enabling technology is. So generally that is as defined by the European Commission. It's a group of 6 technologies that can allow European industries to keep competitive and to reach new markets. And these technologies are nanotechnologies, advanced materials, biotechnology, photonics, advanced manufacturing, and nano and micro technologies. So what is the European challenge is that the competitiveness of European companies, manufacturing companies, is rapidly declining because Asian countries have risen up. And how can SMEs so overcome this is to keep to raise the innovation capacity. And in the project, what we want to do is to keep in contact technology centers from the whole Europe that they have the know-how in these new technologies, and to work together to SMEs. Can you go to the to the next one? That's why the objectives of the project is to fostering the use of advanced manufacturing technologies and the so related key enabled technologies by European SMEs. And in this way, they can upgrade the production processes and also to have a more energy efficient and sustainable product. And the second objective is that in our platform, we want to create an open innovation ecosystem that is like a one-stop shop for European manufacturing companies, that they can go to the KTC platform and find the solution that they need to increase the clean production. Okay, in general, the approach of the project is first to motivate and stimulate SMEs to adopt key enabling technologies in their processes. The second, as I told you, is to build a platform between different regions in Europe. Also to have a cross-border potential between different countries. For example, a country that doesn't have a lot of capacities regarding one of this technology can support other country, and to create a sustainable ecosystem. And the last one, that is the one that is interesting for you, is that we have available a micro grant scheme to help to boost this KET application by SMEs. And this is what I wanted to show you in more detail. So we have the platform. You can go to KET4SME.eu, and there you can inform about the opportunities of the micro grants. Next one, please. Okay, so we have so far 7 open calls, and we have a last one that is closing on June 30, 2020. So you still have the opportunity to apply for this. The expected duration of a so-called microgrant project is 6 months, and the financial support for each project is up to 50,000 euros lump sum. About more details, so which activities are we supporting? So we support the integration of advanced manufacturing processes and a combination of kits. And the objectives are to, for example, if you want to develop new production processes, or if you want to improve the manufacturing of existing products. And also another activity that can be supported is technology services. For example, demonstration, testing, piloting of a related activity. The next one, please. So if you want more detailed information about the eligibility criteria, you can go to our website that you can see here, but I can tell you now general the main criteria. So the applicants, there has to be one SME, has to comply with the European definition of SME. Also important, this call is for manufacturing SMEs. So you have to be active in the manufacturing sector. It has to be located in one of the EU member states. Also, the SME, you have to select 2 KTCs from the group of KTCs that are already members of our platform. And you can have you have to also have a co-financing of 30%, but this has to be ensured by the SME as a declaration of honor. Here, like a graphic, what is the procedure to apply? So first you have to register in our web platform, and there you will find a document that is so-called technology request. And this technology request, you have to describe which is the problem that you have, or what is the kind of support that you need. And then we discuss the technology request among all the technology centers, and the technology centers, they decide which one of them can offer you the best solution, and they will contact you. And then you have to have a team of 2 technology centers and 1 SME, and you prepare a micro grant proposal. This has to be submitted before June 30. All the proposals are then evaluated by external group of experts, and then if you receive the grant, so you have 6 months to complete your project. Yeah, that is the general information that I wanted to give you. So if you want more detail, you can go to our website, or you can contact me. Here you can find my information.
Thank you, Alejandra, for your presentation. And now we go to Carla Marquez. You should be able to control the presentation now. And
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, hi everyone. My name is Carla Marquez, and I work for Bwcon. I'm going to say some words to the company first. We are a cluster from South Germany with a network of more than 600 companies, including big transnationals, SMEs, and startups. And we offer support to companies in the digital transformation process by managing ideas, designing new businesses, and overall helping in the innovation process. So PARSEC Accelerator is a project founded under the program of Horizon 2020 and aims to foster innovation fueled by Earth observation. I'm going to give you an overview of the partners. Wait a second. I'm not seeing the second slide, but it's okay. I can tell you about the partners behind PARSEC. And the leader of this project is the European Association of Remote Sensing Companies. And our consortium is comprised by SMEs and cluster with high Earth observation sector competence, but also partners with learning capacities and high value in mentorship and learning, as we, for example, and also partners that already have experience running accelerator programs. So I'm showing you, you are seeing right now the PARSEC Accelerator timeline. the program already started with the first open call. We have 2 open calls. The first one already happened between September 2019 and January 2020. And it resulted in 100 beneficiaries. We had a very successful first open call with a lot of interest in, this was called Call from Ideas. And we have a lot of different interesting ideas from overall eligible countries, includes European countries and associated members. You can find more information about it in the guide for applicants, but we will speak about it later. And so we are now in the second stage, which you can see. The second open call will start at the final of this month. I see a typo mistake, 2020, not 2012. And we will, the idea here, I will explain what's behind this open call too, but yes, it should all be, it's part of this accelerator process that should take you to, at the end, at the product launch. And we, as PARSEC consortium, we provide you also with the technical tools and also the business training behind all of this. So, as you're seeing, we are now in this phase of the open call too. So beneficiaries, or let's say applicants interested in apply for the open call 2 should create a cross-border or cross-sectoral team comprised of 2 until 4 organizations. Then they should develop an innovative Earth observation-based solution for a challenge in food, energy, or environmental sectors. And they should convince a jury comprised of several opinion leaders, investors, business angels, and people with the technical background in Earth observation, why you should be among the 15 teams receiving 100,000 equity-free funding, and all the training services that comes with it. So more to that in the next slide. As I said, PARSEC is fueled by Earth observation, but is focused on 3 main sectors. So it's food, energy, and environment. And you can, wait, let's go behind. The idea or some examples on which your solution should impact or could impact are, for example, smart agriculture, food security, renewable energy, oil and gas, forestry, climate change are some examples. As I said, the PARSEC consortium would help you in developing these solutions by providing you 3 technical tools to help you becoming a market champion. And this includes analyzing vast amounts of data, developing services of great value, and of course, bringing them to as many as customers as possible. So this is why we created this big data toolbox, EOMO galleries, and in situ data hub. They will be available to all PARSEC beneficiaries. So now the interesting part for you, what we are looking for in the second open call or call for consortia is aimed to identify products and services with high market potential. As I said, the criteria is that it has to be, for participation is that applicants, should be forming consortia or teams that should be cross-border. That means from different eligible countries, and or cross-sectoral, meaning from different sectors. Another important criteria in this sense is that the leader of this consortia or a new formed team had to be a beneficiary from the first stage. So this is why we will help you finding the right partners for your consortia. And as this is one of the aims. And to support you in this team building process, multiple matchmaking events will be happening. These matchmaking events, you will receive all information about it if you stay tuned to our channels. But the idea is to foster interchange and new ideas for possible applicants. So you will find the exact guidelines in our guide for applicants for Open Call 2 that will be available soon in the PARSEC website in our networks that I will share with you right away. And yes, as I said, here is another, again, a smaller timeline from how the PARSEC Accelerator process works. Open Call first is behind us right now, and as Open Call 2 will start, 15 teams will receive 100K as part of the finance program, and also these training services. So yes, here are the dates. The Open Call 2 will be open, as I said, from the end of this month until the 20th of June 2020. And more information about that will be available in our networks. So please stay tuned, because it's only 16 days ahead. So we will start Open Call 2. And please sign up for email alerts. We have a really good communication team behind this project. And please reach out if you want to know more further information. Just reach out personally to me or to the social networks of PARSEC. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carla. And thanks, of course, once again to the participant and also to the presenter today. As I mentioned before, just to wrap a bit up, this webinar will be recorded and also published on YouTube, on our YouTube channel later on. So please make sure to follow OI2Lab, and you will see the webinar there. Also, as mentioned, since we do not really have time to go through all the questions that you may have, since also this question can be very different from each other, please refer to the contact that I'm leaving this slide here now, so you can see all the contact details, and you can reach out directly to the person or to the project you are most interested in. I've seen, since we have 2 minutes more, I've seen that some of the questions were mostly about which countries can participate, and all the participants and all the presenters actually were referring to Horizon 2020, so European Union, and Horizon 2020 associated countries. This is a definition that the European Commission has made, and these countries, the associated countries, are available. You just have to look up for Horizon 2020 associated countries, and you will see a very specific list of countries, which include Iceland, Norway, Albania, Bosnia, and so on and so forth. So with this said, I thank you all once again for your time, so for the project that presented. Thanks a lot for the very valuable opportunities and information that you have shared with us today. Of course, thanks a lot to the attendees who took the time to participate to this webinar. And once again, please make sure to follow the project that of your interest, of course, but also the INNOWWIDE project and the OI2Lab, since most of these open call and these open opportunities will be also published there. Thanks a lot from my side, and I wish you a very nice weekend, and will be available for your question if you need. Thanks again. Bye.